Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to share 8 reasons why now is the best time to invest, especially when we're facing a market crash. Right, especially when you have a market crisis. We've got Ukraine, we've got inflations, we've got so many stuff happening in the world right now. And now is the time to take the opportunity to actually invest and take advantage of your financial situation. So the 8 reasons why you should invest now are very important. If you implement and you give them the reason for you to start your property investment journey, it will not just take you from where you are to where you want to go. It will give you the freedom you've dreamed of, the freedom you've actually visualized in your mind's eye. It takes you to really control whatever you do in your own life instead of relying on the government or your employers to dictate how you live your life and how you live with your family actually. So now, what are the 8 reasons to invest now? Before we get going, if you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. They're absolutely amazing. They'll literally help you take your property investment journey to the next level. So the number 1 reason why now is the best time to invest is cash flow. If you buy a property, you make money in 2 ways. I know you make money through capital appreciation, but what I want to talk about here is the cash flow. So if you buy a property, maybe it's a property that you're going to renovate slightly, add a bit of value. So once you've done that work, you rent that property out. Guess what? The tenant pays you every single month without you doing anything basically, and you get that passive income coming in. That's what we call cash flow. And again, if things are going expensive, if prices are going really crazy, if you've got passive income, cash flow coming in, that allows you not just to maintain your lifestyle, it allows you to have additional income to invest during this crazy time. The second reason why you should invest now is equity capture. Now, what do I mean by equity capture? Equity capture is the increase in value of your property. Not just that, it's when you buy a property at discount, right? Suppose you're buying a property at worth £100,000. I like to use £100,000 because 100,000 is easier to kind of calculate, okay? Suppose you want to buy £100,000 property and you were able to negotiate that property and you bought that property for £90,000. So what that means basically, you've captured the 10% equity in it. The 20% equity is the discount you've made from the day you buy the property. Okay, so what that means basically, you've made money from the day you buy the property, right? So that's the reason why I've been banging on always buy your properties at discount. When I say discount, I'm not talking about sales discount, I'm talking about market value discount. It's not about buying 100 properties a day, it's not about buying 100 properties a year, it's not about buying 200 properties a year, it's about buying properties that add value to you and your investment plan. Even if you buy 1 property a year, as long as you bought that property at discount, you've made yourself 10% or 15% or 20%. It's better than buying properties over market price. I've seen so many people getting burned as a result of that. So again, that cash flow and capturing that equity is what makes you a property millionaire, okay? It's not just acquiring the properties without having discounts in them. And again, that's what takes you to actually get you to the next level. Let me just explain the benefit you get from this then. Suppose you bought that property at 90,000 with a 10% discount on it. Basically, what that means, if you hold on to that property for 2 years and property prices goes up by 5% every year, and again, that's just worst case scenario, in average, property prices goes up by 7.5% over the past 80 years. Let's just say worst case scenario, property price went up by 5%. So that £90,000 property, well, that £100,000 property you bought for 90,000 would have gone up for your first year at 5%, right? 5% it would have generated you equity, your 10% discount, right, which is 10,000 already, because you made that from the day you buy the property. And when that property goes up, it doesn't go up by the 90,000, it goes up by the 100,000, which is the actual market value. So what that means basically, you would have made an additional capital appreciation of £5,000 plus the £10,000 you'd have saved from buying that property at discount. Fast forward another year, that would have been a capital appreciation on the £105,000 by 5%. That would have taken you a total of £20,250 in capital appreciation. That's what we call equity capture. You've captured that equity. What you could do, you could either go and invest and buy more properties, or actually you can go and add value to the existing property. So you may be able to change it to flat, you may be able to change it to a HMO property, you might be able to change it to a mixed use property. So again, that's the benefit of capturing that discount. The third reason why you should invest in property, or why now is the best time to invest, is basically tenant pays for your debt. Very simple. So you buy a property, the bank lends you 75% loan to value. Suppose again it's £100,000. So the bank will lend you £75,000, and that £75,000 debt, the bank would have lent you it on an interest rate basis, so you would be paying for that debt. So what happened basically, you then rent that property up, the tenant pays you rent, from that rent you pay for the loan. So basically your tenant is paying for the debt for you. Basically, and then you make the profit out of it as well, only because you're smarter and you're thinking wiser and you're making your money working a lot harder. That's another benefit why you should invest now. Why should you invest now? Because these are the time when you make ridiculous return on your investment. The fourth reason why I should invest now, why now is the best time, is you have control over your investment. What do I mean by that? If you own a property, literally you bought it, you are in control of it. Compare if you are to invest in stock and shares or Bitcoin, you're not in control, okay? You are literally going ahead with what the market tells you. Basically, you're not in control, because if the company could do something silly online, the stock shares goes, or the director do something silly, and then the share price goes down, it impacts you directly. Whereas property, you are in control. Once you've bought it, you pick the tenant you want to live in that property, right? You get you have your monthly income coming in, and you're kind of in control of whatever happens in that property. And the fifth reason why I should invest now is hedging against inflation. Again, if you buy a property, right, you're hedging against inflation. What that means basically, if you borrowed £75,000 to buy a property, that £75,000 you borrowed today will not buy you the same amount or the same property in about 5, 6, 7, or 8 years' time. What that means basically, you're hedging against the inflation, because you would always have to pay the bank back the £75,000, and that's the £75,000 is fixed. Whether it's now, today, tomorrow, next month, 3 years' time, you still pay them the £75,000, whilst your property price would have gone up. Again, it's a massive benefit investing in property. I don't understand why people are investing in property actually, because it's just a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer. Even if you overspend in a property, you hold on to that property, it will eventually hedge you against inflation. You're still going to pay that £75,000 back. And again, guess what? That property you bought for £100,000 may have gone up by 20 or 25% during the past 10 years. Again, you would have made all that capital appreciation. Not just that, you would have also made cash flow along the way as well. The sixth reason why I should invest in properties now, it is tax efficient. Let me explain to you what do I mean by that. If you're buying a property, obviously, this would depend on your financial situation. And again, I'm not an accountant. I'm not actually qualified to advise you financially, but I'm just going to be sharing what my experiences are. So if you buy a property under a company name, right, you can claim so many expenses in it. Obviously, you can claim your interest payment as an expense. You can claim your maintenance, you can claim your management fees, you can claim your insurance, because you can claim so many stuff. And also, if you go to view a property, if it's to do with that property business, you can claim that as an expense. You can have a meeting with a property investor, you can claim that as an expense. You can literally travel continent to continent, as long as it is to do with business or with your property portfolio, you can claim that as a tax expense. You can claim that as an expense because it is to do with your business. Again, it's so much efficient for you to be able to actually live a luxury life whilst making massive return on your investment. Again, that is a massive advantage for owning a property under a limited company. Okay, it's a massive advantage. You can go on holiday, you can literally go on a business holiday whilst your expense get paid as well. It's an absolute amazing way to actually get your money working a lot harder for you. The seventh reason why you should invest now is low volatility. When it comes to property, it's not like Bitcoin or maybe stock and shares that goes up and down every single day. Sometimes you're 100% over, sometimes you're 10% over. When it comes to property, it's steady, right? It doesn't literally go up like that. It goes up, 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 and even if it's going down, it goes down slowly. It doesn't literally, it's not volatile. So basically, that gives you an opportunity to actually restructure your property portfolio. It gives you an opportunity to kind of diversify. It gives you opportunity to actually think, to understand what you need to, what your next move is. So it's a very, very kind of stable asset to actually work with, because anybody can understand it. And guess what? These are one of the assets that the bank will lend money against, because they know it's stable, steady, and it makes you return on your investment. Finally, why you should invest now, why now is the best time, is using other people's money, OPM. What do I mean by using other people's money? We all know right now things are really, really expensive, and really the interest rate hasn't gone up as how it was 10, 15 years ago. And people are now worried about their passive income. They want to be making money. So it's an opportunity basically to join venture with people, or to look for people who lend their money for a massive return on their investment. Because not everybody wants to be a property investor. Not everybody wants to deal with tenants. Not everybody really wants to do kind of a part-time job in the property investment world. So you could go and present that opportunity to them, and that opportunity that you present to them would allow you to use their money to invest in your property journey. And again, what that means basically, most of the property would be no money down deals for you. And guess what? It would expedite your property journey immensely. It will take you from where you are to where you want to go in a speed that you would never ever imagine. So I really hope this video has been helpful. If you like this video or any of my videos, don't forget to hit like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials.